Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about One Piece chapter 933. It has been a very long time since I have actually talked about One Piece on this channel. Now I'm not going to talk about this for a very long time because I'm over it now, but Shueisha in November struck down a bunch of my videos relating to One Piece and Boruto as well, and I got 2 strikes and I didn't want to mess with that, and so I got a little afraid, I guess. I didn't want to poke the bear anymore, so I took a break until the strikes wore off. A large part of that was probably because I was using panels in my videos, as well as uploading presumably before the official releases. So, here is how things are going to go down. Obviously, I've stopped using panels in general for all of my reviews, so that's going to continue on, especially for One Piece. And in addition to that, I will be uploading either on the day of the official release or the day is after. So I will not be uploading anything until it officially gets out on the Shonen Jump app. So, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about this stuff. Wano has been crazy. I've been gone for multiple months, but I've been reading it up, and it's awesome. I love all of it. All of it has just been super great, well, except for one thing, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I was kind of afraid that after Reverie was so intense, and them jumping to Wano would kind of break things up. I'm still pretty okay with all this. This is awesome. So, I'm not going to cover too much of what I missed, but the last couple of chapters has been focusing on Orochi specifically. We left off at Orochi having a party and Komurasaki basically saying, yo, knock it off, when he got laughed at by Otoko, and she has that laughing tick, so she can't help it. So Komurasaki sticks up for Otoko, and that pisses off Orochi, and he turns into his snake, dragon, serpent thing, his Hydra? He's kind of like a Hydra? I don't know. Either way, he turns into his devil fruit form, which is a bunch of snake heads that kind of look like dragons, and that's where we left off. Pretty intense already. So I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff, most of it involving what happens at that party with Orochi and Komurasaki and Robin and Nami even. However, I do want to talk about what happens at the very end of this chapter. At the end of the last chapter, we got a major reveal that Big Mom had washed ashore on Wano without her memories. I'm willing to keep an open mind on this, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not great writing. It's an easy way to get the Straw Hat Pirates and the Big Mom Pirates to team up against Kaido without there being an actual commitment to the end. At any point they could separate and it's fine. But it just doesn't seem like it's a good form of writing. Oda could have done it in a smarter way, I think. Maybe forcing Big Mom and Luffy to team up where both of them are kind of begrudgingly doing so. Rather than Big Mom being, oh, she's happy-go-lucky and now she just doesn't have her memories, blah, 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 blah. So I'm a little miffed on that. I'm not super angry about it. I'm sure it'll resolve itself fine, but I'm not crazy about it either. The end of this chapter has Suru basically just feeding her and Chopper trying to keep her calm. And she's really, like, nice, I guess, in this way. So I'm not interested in that storyline. It's a B story that I'm not interested right now. There's a lot more going on, and I'm sure it'll come to the forefront, but it's just, I'm not interested in it. It's not something that I care about. I don't know. That's all I really got to say about it. Things I do want to talk about, though. So, Orochi is on a rampage because of Komurasaki basically standing up to him. Nobody's done that before. He's a scary beast. He's got all of his heads, and he's way cooler than I thought he would look. Orochi has been basically portrayed as this, like, kind of bumbling ruler where he's afraid of the Kozuki clan, and Kaido's basically the actual ruler of Wano at this point. So I was expecting his devil fruit power maybe not to be so cool, but he's really cool looking. In any event, he is basically rampaging across. He's eating guys because he's angry. He doesn't want to hurt Komurasaki necessarily because he wanted her to be his bride, but at the same time, she's not backing down, and I really love Komurasaki. I think she's got real cojones. Meanwhile, you got Robin, who is also a badass, just staying off to the side with Otoko. She's trying to keep her protected from Orochi and trying to get her out of there, basically. And meanwhile, Komurasaki's in trouble, but they can't really do anything to help each other. While all of this is going on, we also get some really funny instances with the other characters that are inside of Orochi's castle. So one is Brook. He is basically in his ghost form and chasing down all the people and trying to just distract them so that Robin doesn't get attacked. And he makes this really dumb joke about how he's killing it, and it's really, really dumb. It's Brook to a T. He is doing his thing. Eventually, they kind of realize that he's not actually able to touch them, but by that point, it's basically just whatever. But I really like his use of his ghostly abilities because he's acting like a yokai in this Wano country, and normally it's just I don't know, it's weird. Meanwhile, up above in the rafters or in the like ceiling, you got Nami and Shinobu, and they're looking down. They're like, "What can we do? How can we save Robin and even Brook? What can we do to help out?" And then they realize that there is another ninja up there, and his name is Hanzo. And it turns out that him and maybe Shinobu knew each other a long time ago. And he goes, "Wait a second, are you Shinobu, the bombshell Kunoichi?" And then he like has an image of a really hot ninja. And then when she goes, "Yeah, that's me," and like he says, "Oh wait, no, sorry, my mistake. That you can't possibly be her. You're ugly." Blah blah blah. So there's some good slapstick going on up there. She throws like a rock at his nuts, and like it acts like that's a ninja move of hers or whatever. And so there's some good stuff up there. Meanwhile, down below, Robin is being badass. Like I said, she's using her mille fleurs and making a bunch of hands and whatever and knocking everybody down, trying to protect Otoko. And she's just trying to do her best to get out of there. Well, with all these ninjas and samurai around, it's really kind of a hairy situation going on here. It only gets way crazier as this chapter goes on. So we got Kyoshiro, who is basically like the Yakuza boss that Orochi's been keeping around. He ends up slashing Komurasaki. And first of all, I'm just going to say this. There's no way that she's freaking dead. Even if the next thing I'm about to talk about wasn't even a thing, I've no doubt in my mind that she would still be alive, whether it be a power of her or a power of Kyoshiro or whatever. There's no way she's dead. She'll be back. Whether it be the next chapter or 10 chapters away, it doesn't matter. She will be back. Now, the thing that really cinches that she is not dead is, one, they seem to kind of have an understanding about what was about to happen. They both say, "Oh, like, are you ready?" And then she's like, "Yeah." And then he just does it, and she seems okay with it. So I'm pretty positive that they're on the same wavelength here. Also, I'm pretty sure that they had been working together in general for a long time, so I'm pretty sure that they're on the same side no matter what happens anyways. On top of that, after he does so and pisses off Orochi, and Orochi starts going off on a rampage even more so, because now his future wife, which he wanted to be his wife, is now dead, and he's going after Otoko again because now he's pissed off because now his wife is not alive anymore. So he's pissed off. He's running around rampage. Kyoshiro basically said, well, she offended the emperor. She went against him. That's death. That is how this works. Immediately after, he kind of pulls out the slip that they've been handing out to all the Kozuki samurai. So it's clear that he is one of them. He is a good guy. He's fine. And that's like cinches the idea that she is alive. There's no way she's dead. One thing I will say is I'm pretty sure I heard this theory either on Roger's base or maybe Joy Boy. I don't remember exactly. But it was an idea that maybe Komurasaki is Momonosuke's sister, because we know that their mom is dead, I think, but we don't have full confirmation that his sister is dead. So it could possibly be the kind of thing where like Kyoshiro saved the sister right before the building completely collapsed, and then they lived their lives out and try in hiding. So that's a good theory, and I think that's pretty spot on, honestly. So while Orochi's on a rampage looking for Otoko and Robin, Nami and Shinobu end up busting through the ceiling with Hanzo and falling on top of Orochi, and all hell is basically breaking free here. It's a nuts situation. Everybody's out of the control. Everybody's trying to get into control, but nobody can figure it out. Meanwhile, Nami ends up bringing Zeus out and is like, you know what? Let's just do this. I'm gonna torch the place, and she zaps everything. She uses a ninpo lightning strike kind of thing, and she basically just like lets him torch the place. And that's basically the end of the first part of the thing, and then we talked about the Big Mom part. Overall, I enjoyed this chapter. I enjoyed the last chapter as well. I'm not a huge fan of the Big Mom stuff. I hope that they bring it somewhere good, but I'll get over it. I'll leave it. I'm not interested in it right now, but hopefully it'll go some good places. At the very end of the chapter, it says that there are 9 days remaining, so we're trucking along as far as the 2 week period that they had. But yeah, we are on our way to the attack of Onigashima, and things are getting crazy. I don't know how they're gonna get there and actually be able to do what they need to do. Kaido is a beast, and him in his dragon form, and meanwhile Luffy and Eustace Kid are in prison, and there's a whole lot going on here. Wow, Wano is crazy. I enjoyed this chapter. What about you guys? Did you enjoy this chapter at all? What do you think of the Big Mom stuff? What do you think of Orochi's deal and Komurasaki and Kyoshiro? Let me know down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure to leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you can always get those notifications. I will see you guys in another video. So long.